Tutorial, you'll learn how to add an event in your events calendar. On the left hand side, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to choose events. I'll open it this way. You could have clicked just the add new. There's also an add new up here, but this is the events so far that have been scheduled on your calendar. So to add a new one, we're going to click add new and we're going to type something in. I'm just going to pretend that we haven't done a worship service yet. And I'm going to be adding something called a break. And the reason for a break is the events calendar is a fixed width. If you type something too long in it, we'll say on a Sunday, that time, 10 a.m., will actually go behind the Monday and not actually show up. So we're telling the calendar to, as if you're hitting the return button or the enter button on your keyboard, so that this 10 a.m. will actually appear down below. And I'll give you an instance of looking at the calendar so you understand what I'm talking about. So if we look at the calendar here and we see that the 9 a.m. appears here, but the break does not, that BR does not appear here, just things appear below. We have the same thing for your VBS coming up. If, again, communion service is about the longest that you're able to type a word in, otherwise that 9 a.m. would have appeared under this Monday and people would not have the right time. So obviously I had the wrong time. I'm going to switch that and do like so. Normally you wouldn't have to do what I'm doing right now. Okay. I'm going to come down here and choose a date. Now, if you're just doing this for a one-time deal, then you could choose a date. I'm just going to choose August 21st. And I know that you have communions on different Sundays right now. I'm just picking a Sunday to do this with. You do not have to pick an end date. The computer will do that. You don't need to add times here. That actually is something we're not going to use. We're always just going to put the times up in the events because it'll show up better on the calendar is why we do that. Reoccurrence, if you want this to happen every single week on a Sunday, it will show you. Just like so, it'll happen every single week. If you have an end date, let's say your times change in September when everybody goes back to school and you are back on a winter schedule, fall winter schedule, you can choose a date and you can end it. You know, you can go up to 2 years or whatever you want to do. You can pick an end date. So it'll say here it's going to end September 30th. And then we would do another one to start for the next following Sunday. Okay. The other nice thing is if it's an every weekly thing like we have it set up, but let's say you know for sure that in October there's going to be a special outdoor service. We can exclude the 23rd of October and then you can make just a special announcement or a calendar entry just for October 33rd for your outdoor service or a service in the park or whatever thing that it just might be. When you're finished with this portion, you come over to the right-hand side and you pick a proper category. We're going to hit worship service. If you ever don't have the category that you need or want, adding one is just simply clicking on it. And if I wanted to say like special service, you can click that. I can put that under our worship services so that, there it is, so that it's a category underneath that. And you see how that works that way. So this is not a special service, so we're just going to keep calling it worship. We're going to go into set a feature now. You don't, and again, it says optionally. I'll show you on the front page what it looks like, and it just kind of gives some visual interest. We will go here and we'll go through our categories, and this is a worship service, and we will set the featured image. And there it is. If you ever want something here that you don't find in your anything that I've already created and uploaded, it needs to be a square. If it's not a square, part of it will get cut off. Okay? And the next thing you do is publish. Now, if this was a special event, we'll say like, normally you would have the date on there. I'm not going to do that. So you would hit publish. I'm not going to publish this because we already have these on here, but you would just hit publish and that would be fine. If you want to preview it, that's not saving it. It's just showing you what it would look like if somebody clicks on it, and this is what it looks like. Okay? So I am going to move to trash because we don't need that. And I'll just show you a few quick other ones just to look at. Now here, we did add something down here because we wanted to give your link to your vacation Bible school in your calendar. There's our break again because our time is going to appear underneath. And you could have, if you needed another break to add more information, you just simply type in another one. It doesn't have to be capitalized. I just always keep the cap locks on when I'm typing this whole bit there, but you don't have to. And then you can make a link. How I made that link was after I typed in for more visit Vacation Bible School 2022, is I clicked this and then I clicked this insert a link button. And then there will be an area, like it'll look like this, where you can type in or paste what you want right there. When you're done, you click apply, it's done, and there you have your link for your Vacation Bible School. I choose a date. I didn't choose this end date. It does it for me. I had a featured image for this. This itself is not square, but the image fit the square area as far how far it is wide by how far it is tall. We have this should say daily, so it doesn't say daily. On the same day of the week, specific days. We should have, oh, you know what yours is? I'm wrong. You have yours on specific dates. So I'm not going to save this, so it doesn't matter what I did there. So sorry about that. I hate when things like that happen and then you get confused what you need to do. Anyway, we're going to leave it because we're not going to keep any of the changes. And so that's how everything's set up. Now, the way that I have this set up right now, and you can see this, is that this happens until September 12th, because then we'll be into our fall era of our services changing times. So for right now, all the times are showing up for 9 a.m. But if you look up here, they say 10 a.m. because we started this, and again, we have it ending in 2023 at the last, before June 1st. That would be the last Sunday before June 1st. So if you look here, this one is every month, but it's the second Sunday of every month, so it repeats here too. So a lot of times if you need to do some kind of adding or editing to your calendar, if you can go into another event like this one, and you can see how it was done. And so if you see here that I said it was going to be on a specific week, and it's the second week of every month. Now, again, if you know that the second week of October, well, let's pick a better month. We'll say the second week, well, none of them make sense, but of November, because of Thanksgiving, that's the third week. But you can exclude any date that you want, that you know you're not going to have that meeting, or just that you're going to cancel that meeting for that particular month. Then you can select a date so that it doesn't happen on that date. I've checked council. I have the icon for the council meeting. And then we would hit update. Again, I'm not going to because I was monkeying around a little bit. Oops. So we're just going to get out of there. And that's your events calendar.